Thank you, President Trump. Thank you that there's jobs and money again. I'm at Lowe's this morning. There's not one illegal in this store. They're scared to death to show up for work. If you're an American and you want a blue-collar job, you can go to any construction company and they'll hire you on the spot right now. He has driven them out of our country. He's made us great again. There's money for everybody now.
There's money for everybody now. Like, dude, we've been practically at peak employment. And what's funny about this is this guy says there's money for everybody now. But if you ask construction workers, they don't have people, bro. There's not white people that have those fucking skills. Because you can't just show up at a construction job and, like, do concrete or framing. This fucking guy is a goddamn moron, bro. What is he even talking about? This guy is so full of shit. Like, oh, yeah, you can have no experience. Just show up and, like, lay a concrete foundation for a house. No, you can't. Or framing? No, you can't. Or be a fucking bricklayer? Like, come on, dude. Like, and him with this whole, all the illegals are gone. Yeah, dude, what a fucking douche.
I am going to tell you why the new Department of Justice Attorney General Pam Bondi is one of the scariest human beings you'll ever meet. One of the things she's doing is lifting a moratorium that was established back in March of 2018 related to capital punishments. But here's the kicker, and I want you to read this and pay attention to what it says. It would also apply to aliens
who
traverse our borders without legal status in the United States.
No way. So people who cross the borders without legal status, they can do capital fucking punishment, bro. Jesus.
They can execute immigrants who are in the United States
Jesus.
and remain undocumented.
Dude, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, what is going on, bro?
So everybody says in the comments, Project 2025, didn't you read that? That's his platform. From my understanding, that wasn't his platform. That's not what he's running on. And I never thought I'd be on the political side of TikTok because it's definitely not something I'm interested in. I'm interested in the farm side of TikTok. And it really sucks that I can't get engaged with the farm side of TikTok. But politics, everybody gets worked up about it. But Project 2025, I did not read Project 2025 because from my understanding, that's not what he was running on. That's what I was told.
That's what he's doing, though.
I don't have TV out here. I don't have news channels. I don't watch the news because every time you turn on the news, this news channel's saying, oh, this news channel's lying about this. The other news channel says, oh, this news channel's lying about this. I don't have time to filter through the bullshit. I'm not going to figure out who's lying, who's not. You get on the internet and then everybody says, well, the left's lying.
Dude, but this is so irresponsible, bro. This is what pisses me off. He's like, I'm not going to take the time to figure out who's lying and who's not. Are you shitting me? When it comes down to whether your farm's going to survive or if you're going to be able to feed yourself or your family, your fucking kids, you're not going to take the time to figure out who's lying or not? Bro, talk about a goddamn moron.
I might lose my farm because of the government. So they had a program out there called the 𝗵𝗡 program. I thought it was a great program. We got a contract with them for $240,000. So we signed a contract with them for $240,000. And I now have $80,000 worth of material and signed contracts for labor. And with that being said, they called me today and said, hey, I know we have this signed contract. We're reneging on it. We're not going to pay out on it. What do you mean you're not going to pay out on it? So now I have $80,000 out of my pocket that I didn't have to spend. If we don't have that money, we will lose this farm. Politicians against the politicians, and it's the people against the people.
What a dumbass.
That's what I don't understand. We need to unite and be together, but then you're saying, oh, well, if you didn't vote for my party, we're not uniting with you. Well, that's the fucking problem. That's the problem.
No, the problem is the people that aren't uniting, at least on the Democratic side, we're not uniting because we don't want concentration camps for people in America, and we don't believe that civil rights should be disappearing. You need to have humanity, and we believe that there needs to be some shred of fucking truth to the thing you say. When we have somebody lying about eating the pets, eating the dogs, lying about an immigration crime epidemic when there's like 5 crimes in 2 fucking years, and like fascist takeovers of the government, locking our elected officials out of the building, disobeying court orders, disobeying the Constitution, you fucking drip motherfucker.
We have a whole lot of things that we agree on that we could actually solve problems with if we'd all just settle down and actually have conversations and talk about stuff rather than just holler and, oh, fuck around and find out. Okay, fine. I'm not even going to deal with you then because you're just immature at that point.
Dude, the guy who said he's not going to take the time to figure out who's telling the truth and who's lying is telling us we should fucking simmer down. Wow, dude. What a fucking dumbass, bro. You know, only a white man could be that fucking dense. He's like, my God, my life and the survival of my family and the country I live in is so unimportant to me that I'm not even going to find out who's telling the truth when there's potentially a fucking dictatorship. Dude, that's literally, though, that's the Trump supporting mentality. Is like, I'm not going to take the time to even know if the shit is the truth. I'm just going to follow the guy who says everybody that doesn't look like me is bad. And he says he's going to kill them all so I can have more money. And so I'm going to stick with that guy.
You got to be one ignorant son of a bitch to be mad at Elon Musk and not mad at the government. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Dude, what, like, you got to be mad at the government and not Elon Musk. But dude, why do we need to hate the government? We can participate. We don't need to hate the government. The government is like not even one thing. The government is like a large swath, you know, departments and institutions and people and ideals. In America, there are ideals about all people being created equal and the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, all this wonderful shit in our Constitution. And the whole idea is the government's supposed to be like serving us. We're supposed to have social programs and infrastructure. We should have solar panels and high-speed rail and national parks that don't have oil wells on them. We should be fighting climate change and making it so our planet and our country and the soil and the sky and the water is healthy and robust, producing fruits and vegetables and clean living animals, and the rivers should be producing plenty of fish. The air should be encouraging the growth of trees and birds and pollen and all the shit we need. But this idea that the world's richest man with a vendetta about like humanitarian, if you're nice to people, if you support gay and trans people, if you're respectful of people enough to not call them slurs, you're like an enemy to the world's richest man. And so he's going to use his vast amount of wealth and more power than any human being should have. And he's going to bully his way into every level of the government and just hijack it and have a bunch of people in there. He decides what is fraud. He decides what is okay. Like, why the do we want that? Why the do we want the world's richest man to be deciding for us what is and isn't humanitarian? You have somebody like Donald Trump, whose wealth is propped up by meme coins and a stock ticker that's a company that loses $50 million a year. But he leverages that phony stock ticker to be worth billions. And then he uses that money and that power to bully people, to decide who can and can't use what bathroom, and decide who can and can't compete in sports with no discussion and no participation of the people he's affecting with his legislation. They don't even get to sit down with him and discuss it. And simultaneously, while he attacks the transgender women, he lets them use the ladies' room and be women at his private club. So the wealthy ones that bow down to him get to be women. So he's a hypocrite and a liar too. And so if you are patriotic at all and you love America and all American citizens, how can you not look at an interloper, a robber baron like Elon Musk, infecting our governmental institutions with his little crew of racist pricks? How can you not be offended by that? Seriously. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, You know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.